Good morning everyone, my name is Michelle, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to another video. It is Sunday morning the 6th of July. We're sticking with the case of missing siblings, 6-year-old Lily and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan today. They were reported missing on May the 2nd from their home in Lansdowne Station, Nova Scotia, Canada. The case is controversial for one reason, and one reason alone in my opinion. And that is because various family members, particularly Lily and Jack's stepdad Daniel Martell, have been out speaking almost from day one. A lot of what they say is inconsistent, and us internet sleuths, we notice everything. All of those inconsistencies, they just don't pass us by. It makes what is being said completely unbelievable. But in this video, I'm going to keep it quite brief. I just want to share some posts that Daniel has made in various YouTube chats. I very rarely catch live streams live because of the time difference. I'm 5 hours ahead of Eastern. I'm often asleep. It's often late at night for me, or the early hours of the morning, when people who are covering Lily and Jack's case are live. So usually I'm on the replay crew. So going back through chats of live streams that are sometimes 4 hours long, it's pretty much impossible. So I'm glad that people screenshot these posts because they're interesting reading. So I'm going to share a bunch of posts, YouTube chat messages that Daniel has made, and I've got them from this video here. This is like a compilation of a bunch of stuff to do with the case from a channel called Sinatra Speaks. So I'll leave a link to that in the description box. We're going to have a look at what Daniel's been saying and see whether it makes sense at all. Let's go. Now, people have been verifying that this is actually Daniel and not some fake person, because click on the name when the chat's actually live, it takes you to this YouTube channel. This is Daniel's YouTube channel that he used to post on. He used to do Pokemon card opening and stuff like that. Never been into Pokemon, so I haven't watched these videos, and they're quite old, going back 5 years. Daniel tried to get a YouTube career. Okay, so here are some of these posts. There's no dates on these, so that's a downside. Can't match it up day by day. These are in response to Darren stroke Darren, I assume, because it's following the same theory, for the want of a better word, that Darren has been saying. Darren is a member of Malehya's extended family, and for those who've been following the case, you'll know that he's got an interesting theory. To him, it's not a theory. To him, it's the truth, because it comes from Janie. Janie being Daniel's mother. Darren says that Janie saw Malaya early on May the 2nd on the driveway, and she almost caught Malaya out. She almost caught her, sending the children away because she wanted to leave. It's an interesting idea, but it doesn't quite make sense for me, because if Malaya wanted to leave, why would she not just leave with all the kids? Why wouldn't she just get someone to pick her up? Instead of just Lily and Jack leaving, she could have just got in the car with Meadow, the baby, and that would be that. She would have left before Daniel even knew anything about it. If Malaya was living in, let's say, for example, a controlling relationship, let's say, as has been now stated by Malaya's sister, that Daniel's been on drugs for the last 2 years, and that's why Malaya left. That's why her family wanted her out of there. Well, this is not what Daniel's saying. She couldn't stay around me because she would crack. I would find out. I want Meadow, not Malaya. It's not abduction, that's criminal investigation. It's missing persons case. So is Daniel saying that Malaya's taking the kids and that's not criminal? There's crimes to do with wasting police time and things like that. If what Darren has said has got any truth to it, The thing is, with this theory Darren's been putting out, again, like I said, it's, to me, doesn't make sense, because why wouldn't you just leave? If someone was willing to pick Lilly and Jack up, why wouldn't you just get in the same vehicle? Indeed, you could look at it as Janie trying to misdirect people from the truth. Again, this one here, yeah, she's terrified. Investigators are close. Not close to finding out what she did, close to finding Lilly and Jack. I don't know. Bro, Malaya is on the run from RCMP. What don't you get, bro? This was a while ago, so these must be quite old messages. This is all from Darren. Darren saying that Malaya left her mother's, where she's supposed to be supervised with Meadow, and she ran. Presumably she's not still on the run. There's a question mark as to whether that's even true at all. But again, Daniel's endorsing what Darren's been talking about. This one is in relation to everyone being there from Malaya's family on May the 3rd. Her family thought it was a fun family reunion, no tears. Now it's interesting that Hayley, Malaya's sister, said that it was Daniel that they were all suspicious of, because he was running around hither and thither, all over the place. And they knew he was on drugs because he was rustling about in the bathroom. Listen, I'd be running around like a blue arse fly if there was a kid in my family that was missing. So I'd be Daniel. I wouldn't just be sitting around having a chat. So there's that. And then finally, this is in relation to drugs. No drug dogs went through the house and property. RCMP said drug test not a concern. I asked. They didn't run drug dogs through the house, like they didn't run cadaver dogs. The only dogs they had out there were live scent trackers. Now, drug dogs wouldn't be deployed for a missing child case unless there was reason to believe that there were a concerning amount of drugs on the property, but it would be kind of like a separate investigation. So, not running drug dogs in a missing child's case, I don't think is unusual. RCMP said drug test not a concern. I asked, well, why would Daniel ask for a drug test? It's a missing child case. Why would Daniel ask for a drug test? Is it because they were accusing him of being on drugs? Is it because they found drugs? They didn't need dogs to point them out. They were obvious. I'm still concerned about Janie's cupboard. Why she didn't want cops to search her RV. What was in that cupboard? But if it's true that there were drugs on that property, Daniel's been on drugs for the last 2 years, that's a massive concern. But it's as much a problem for Malaya, who's been living there, putting her children potentially in harm's way. So it doesn't look good on Malaya, even if she wasn't taking drugs. So there's that. And we're still no further forward than when we started. These posts, the things that Daniel has said on Facebook, things that Daniel has said in YouTube chats, they're interesting, but they're not leading us in any way, shape or form to finding out what happened to Lilly or Jack. And sadly, that's a fact. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments, and thank you so much to those people who subscribed yesterday. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and a bunch of people subscribed yesterday after I said, please subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. I know that close to 50% of people who watch my channel are not subscribed. And if everybody subscribed who watches my videos and who likes my videos, I'd be closing in on 200,000 subscribers. So please subscribe if you've not done so already. And yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think is more believable? Do you think Malaya's side is more believable or Daniel's side? I don't believe any of them, quite frankly. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon in the next video.
Good girl.